All right, here we go. What's going on? And happy Friday. I've never done a live video on YouTube before. I've done 1,000 of them on Facebook, plenty of them on Instagram as well. But I'm new to doing it here on YouTube. So if you're watching, thank you for watching either the replay or live or anything like that. And today it's going to be quick. I plan to walk for 10 minutes or so to get some steps in tonight. Morgan, my fiance, is taking a dance class. So that's why I'm here on Friday. Nigel's sleeping right next to me in his little bed. But today, what I'm talking about quickly is creatine. And the reason I'm doing this is because I found myself this week talking with multiple clients of mine, two of them to be specific, about creatine, explaining to them when to take it, explaining to them how much to take, explaining to them what the benefits they could expect from taking it are. So I figured, hey, if I'm explaining this to clients of mine, then other people probably have similar questions. So hopefully this answers some of your questions about creatine. And if you have any follow-up questions about it, please let me know, put them in the comments or shoot me a message. But as far as creatine goes, how much I recommend taking is 5 grams per day. You don't need to take more than that. There's not going to be any greater benefit to taking more than that. Some people say to load creatine at the beginning when you first start taking it, which means basically to take a lot more than usual. So instead of taking 5 grams a day, maybe for that first week, they'll take 15 grams or 20 grams per day. I never did that because to me, it didn't seem like it was worth it. The reason why they do that is because creatine is a supplement that takes a few weeks to be saturated into your cells. It takes a few weeks to really be absorbed into your body and take effect and give you the benefits of the supplement. So the reason for some people loading it when you first start taking it, taking a lot more than usual, is to speed up that process of feeling the benefits of it so that after a week you start feeling the benefits rather than waiting 2 or 3 weeks to start feeling the benefits of it. The reason I never loaded creatine at the beginning is because I wasn't so desperate to feel the benefits of it immediately. The benefits of it, which I'll go over shortly, are not anything groundbreaking. They're not anything crazy that would warrant needing to speed up the process as quickly as possible to feel the benefits of it, right? I love creatine. I think it's a good supplement, but it's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing significant as far as what effects and benefits you will feel from it, unfortunately, right? So so that's how much you should take, 5 grams per day. You should take it every day, whether you work out or whether it's a rest day, because like I said, it needs to be saturated in your cells. It needs to be in your system at all times. So you've got to consistently take it every day for a while. And what I recommend doing to make sure that you streamline that and that you're consistent with it is getting the unflavored version of creatine. Some of them come in flavors, but it seems like getting the unflavored version is the easiest because then you can mix it with your protein shake, right? That's how I recommend doing it, whether you take your protein shake after your workout or at some other point in the day. Pairing that, those two things, the creatine with the protein shake, just makes things simpler. It makes it less likely that you're going to forget to take it. And it's very simple and saves you time, right? So that's what I recommend doing. And, that seems to be the easiest way to do it. As far as, let's see, how much to take, when to take it. So, again, I would take it with your protein shake. You don't have to take it specifically in the morning or at night or after your workout or before your workout. The time of day doesn't matter because, like I said, creatine is not a supplement that has an immediate effect on the body like a pre-workout does or like caffeine does, right? You drink caffeine and a little bit later, a few minutes later, 15 minutes later, you feel the effects of it. You have the energy from it, right? But creatine's not like that. It takes a long time to be saturated in your system, and as long as it's continuously being staying in your system, you're going to feel the benefits of it in regards to exercise, but it's not something that has an immediate effect, and for that reason, it doesn't matter when you take it, and that's why I always recommend just taking it with your protein shake just to save time. Pair those two things together, make it a habit, make it a routine, and that way you don't forget. Okay, so I covered how much to take, when to take it, now the benefits and what you can expect from the benefits of it. Now, if you're watching, I'd love for you to comment down below if you have any questions, and also comment where you're watching the video from, because I'm here in New York, and I'd love to see where you guys are watching the video from. So as far as the benefits of taking creatine, like I said before, there's nothing groundbreaking about it. There's nothing significant about what you can expect from it. What you can likely expect based on my own experience and based on the experiences of others is a slight increase in maybe how much weight you'll be able to lift, right? So it's going to be more related to strength and performance, all right? So it's not going to make you lose more fat or build a ton more muscle or change your appearance drastically. It's more in relation to strength and performance. So what I mean by that is maybe you'll be able to add 5 or 10 pounds to an exercise that you're currently doing and do the same amount of reps with 5 or 10 pounds more. So if you're chest pressing 50-pound dumbbells, maybe you'll be able to go in and dumbbell press 55-pound dumbbells or 60-pound dumbbells instead, right? So nothing drastic, but that makes a difference, right? That's, that matters, right? Especially if that is what's happening over most workouts for an entire year, for 2 years, for 5 years. That stuff really does add up, right? And you'll be more likely to make strength gains more quickly that way. Another example might be maybe you do the same weight you've been doing previously. We'll call it the same example, the same 50-pound dumbbell press, but you're able to get an extra 2 or 3 reps than you've ever gotten before, right? So that is, again, another small marginal example. But if you think about it, that is a pretty big deal, because those last 2 or 3 reps generally are the most challenging and the most important as far as what lead to the most growth and what leads to the best results. So if you're consistently pushing an extra 1 or 2 or 3 reps previous to what you could do before, that's going to lead to more progress over time. If you're doing that almost every workout, if you're doing that even a few times a week over the course of a year, over the course of 2 years, 5 years, that's going to make a difference for you. It may not be very noticeable because it's such a small difference over a long period of time, but you may not realize it, but it will be helpful. So that's what you can expect. Hope this was helpful. Let me see. Okay. Arthur Rogers. Oh, wait. My comments are going away. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. I've never done a live video before here on YouTube. I don't take creatine, but I track my workout progress. How often should you switch up a workout routine? Been doing the same rotation for full body for 6 months now, from Tampa, Florida. So how often should you switch up your workout routine, I believe was the question. What I do is every 6 to 10 weeks, I switch up my workout routine. And what I do for my clients is I switch up their routines every 6 to 8 weeks. So I like to see them go through at least 6 cycles of each workout, maybe up to 8 cycles of each workout before switching it up. That gives them a good opportunity to make progress on the movements we're doing and the rep ranges we're doing and the amount of weight that they're using, while also every month or two, really 1.5 to 2 months, giving them a slightly different workout phase or routine that is exciting, right? I find that if you stick with a routine for much longer than 2 months, it tends to get somewhat boring or tedious. Can it still be beneficial? Of course. It's better to stick with the same workout routine longer than it would be to switch it up too soon, right? It's always going to be more beneficial to stick with the same routine longer and try to continue getting stronger on those movements and continue getting stronger on those rep ranges and stuff like that, because the truth is we're never really going to run out of weights, right? We're always going to be able to increase weights a little bit, or we're always going to be able to do an extra 1 or 2 reps. Like, we're never going to max out the gym, like, I mean, in some cases, but for very few of us are maxing out the weight of the dumbbells and the barbells and the machines that our gyms have available. So it's a long way to say every 6 to 8 weeks I switch them up for my clients, and that's a combination of doing what I think is truly best for them while also keeping it somewhat exciting and giving them a nice new fresh routine every 2 months or so. But I will say this, even when I switch their new routine every 6 to 8 weeks, there are still exercises in that new routine that they were doing previously that they can continue to build upon. Maybe they're just in a different part of the workout, in a different order, or maybe they are aiming for a different amount of reps, because we're always going to be doing some of these movement patterns. We're always going to be doing some variation of an overhead press in every workout routine we do. We're always going to be doing some variation of a row in every routine that we ever do. We're always going to be doing some variation of a chest press or a pull down in every single routine that we do. We're always going to be doing some form of a squat, whether it's a barbell squat or a goblet squat or a hack squat machine or a leg press machine. We're always going to be doing some variation of that in every routine that we do. So I switch up these variables, switch up the variation of these movements from phase to phase, and I have them aim for a different amount of reps, right? So in one phase, in one routine, they might be doing overhead press for 3 sets of 10 reps. And then the way I might change it up in the next routine after 6 to 8 weeks is I might have them still doing the overhead press, but instead of 3 sets of 10 reps, they're doing 4 sets of 5 reps, right? The reps are cut in half, meaning they're going to have to use heavier weights to really challenge themselves for those 5 reps. So it's a little bit of a different challenge, a little bit of a different approach, even though it's the same exercise. So I hope that makes sense. And that's going to be it for me, guys. Time for me to get some food, get some dinner. Me and Nigel are hanging out. This was interesting. I've never done a live video on YouTube before, but I hope it was somewhat helpful. Hope you have a great Friday night, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.